Hi guys, this is Rusty 78609, Central Texas, USA. Sunday morning, August the 27th, 2017. Hurricane Harvey has wreaked havoc along the Texas coast. I'll guarantee you, I'm not near the Texas coast. I'm in the Texas Hill Country, northwest of Austin, about 80 miles, I guess, where I am right now. Again, that's northwest of Austin, Texas. All we're getting is a little rain. We've had about 1/4 of an inch of rain. No damage here, but Austin's had some flooding. And what I wanted to give you a heads up on, my sister, one of my sisters, actually both of my sisters live in Victoria, Texas, and they really got it. They've got a lot of damage in Victoria, Texas, and other places, but I'll stick to Victoria since I just got a report from my sister who sent me finally. They didn't have any phone service yesterday. They do today. Still power outages everywhere. And she sent me 4 texts and then stopped because her phone battery was getting low. Even though she has a generator, they're running out of gasoline, and there may not be any places to get gasoline. So she did tell me that at her home, she lives in Mission Valley, which is a little, quote, community almost outside of Victoria, Texas. I want to say it's kind of northwest of Victoria, Texas, but the eye of Hurricane Harvey went right over Mission Valley, Texas, so they got both sides of it. And she said there were a lot of trees down, a lot, power lines down everywhere. Victoria, they drove into Victoria, Texas. Her grandson is staying with her, and they're on their way out to his mother's house, which is in Inez, Texas, which is really low-lying area near El Campo, or that way, Edna, Texas. So they're driving out there, and they said Victoria, Texas was closed. The hospitals were without power, and so it is a big mess in Victoria, Texas, and I'm sure it's the same way in several other areas near the Texas Gulf Coast in that region. So for those of you that are thinking about moving to the coast of Texas, that's one of the things you need to be aware of, or any coastal community for that matter, even in Florida or anywhere. It is pretty, it's got some benefits if you like to fish and so forth, but every now and then, not often, this is the first hurricane we've had, I think they said in around 12 years, and that's probably true. It's been quite a while that we've had a bad one like this one. So, again, but what happens, and I mentioned this in another video, I lived in Victoria, Texas for 15 years, and we did have a couple of hurricanes while I was there. And what happens is, when the hurricane's coming in, you get these heavy rains, and the rain softens the ground, and in that area, it's that old black gumbo, black soil, and then there's some sandy loam on the west side of Victoria, north side, which when it's wet, it's just really soft. And what happens is, with those heavy rains, the ground is softened dramatically, and then here comes the high winds over 100 miles an hour, and what happens, it just blows those trees right over. And what you get then is, trees blown into houses, and that breaks out windows, so power takes down power lines and all kind of stuff. But again, it was a pretty bad hurricane, apparently. I'm glad I wasn't there, and I had a safe shelter up here in the hill country. But we get, see, there's no perfect place to hide, because in my area of Central Texas, even though it's rare, occasionally we do get tornadoes. This is not Tornado Alley. Tornado Alley in Texas is the Dallas area all the way up into the middle of Oklahoma, east and west of that little corridor there. But every now and then we get some high winds, not often, but that's kind of about all we get here. and that's fortunate. So we've had a couple since I've lived out here in the hill country, and yeah, it'll take down a building, or not a house, but if you had like my aluminum cover, it would certainly take it right off. But having said that, I just wanted to do this video to give you, for any of you people that have relatives in the Mission Valley, Texas area, or the Victoria, Texas area. I got a report from my sister that the hurricane was pretty bad there. There were a lot of trees down, power lines. There's no power yet. Probably have it back on today, I would imagine. But anyway, so just be aware that as far as home damages, she didn't say. I'm sure there were some roofs damaged, and of course, glass windows broke out and so forth. The standard hurricane damage. But having said that, guys, that's all I wanted to talk about in this short video. So y'all have a great day, and enjoy your Sunday, and I will too. So thumbs up, carpe diem, adios, bye-bye, buy USA made when you can, drink plenty of water, take deep breaths. The whole thrust of my ending is to tell you to keep your health, okay? Adios, guys, bye-bye.